Alright, I'm here at the Caravan in Louisville, Kentucky with my friend Paul Strickland. He's a national headlining touring comedian. He tours all over the country. He's been to places like Washington State, D.C., Canada, Alabama, Nashville, Texas, wherever, you name it, he's been there, all over the Midwest. Paul, I got one question for you. I want to ask you this. Since you've been traveling doing comedy, what's been your worst comedy gig ever?
Yeah. So I was doing a gig in South Carolina, and I just showed up. It was like a last-minute gig.
Right.
And I just show up, and I walk in the door, and I look out, and there's like 7 or 8 people in about 150 seats.
Right.
That are all the way at one end of the room. And then there is a pool table all the way at the other end of the room.
In the showroom.
In the showroom with a microphone on it.
On the pool table.
On the pool table. And the lady was like, we didn't have a stage.
Right.
Because we haven't been able to build the stage yet. But we thought we'd put you on the pool table for the show.
So you was doing the show on the pool table?
They wanted me to do the show on the pool table, which is different than what happened. But so then I walk over to and I was like, okay, well, should we do like some sort of sound check or whatever? And she's like, sure. And I was like, all right. So I pick up the microphone, and it's like a cordless microphone. So I was like, cool. And I said check, and nothing was happening. And then she was like, oh, what's wrong? And I was like, well, I mean, you can't hear me.
Right.
Into the microphone, and she was like, well, what do we do? And I unscrewed the thing, and there were no batteries.
So they weren't even prepared for the show.
So then I said to the lady, I was like, hey, there are no batteries in the microphone. And she literally went, oh, microphones need batteries?
Where was this at, Paul?
This was in South Carolina, a small town outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, in South Carolina. And I ended up just pulling a chair out of what was supposed to be this giant 150 audience. It was like 7 people there. I pulled a chair around, stood on the chair, and talked without a microphone, just so I could get the paycheck. You know, I figured if I didn't say something when the show started, there was no opening act.
It was just you.
Just me.
Just a one-man show.
They were just like, we just need you to do like an hour.
God dang.
And I was like, there's 6 people. It's like 10 minutes a person. Yeah.
So that was your worst show
That's
ever.
probably the worst show ever. Comes a close second to the time somebody threw a beer bottle at me in Arkansas.
Somebody threw a beer bottle.
Somebody threw a beer bottle at me in Arkansas.
Was you on stage?
Yeah. Yeah, I was on stage.
Was you sucking?
I wouldn't say I was killing it, but I wouldn't throw a beer bottle at it, bombing.
Hey, this is funny. Hey, this is my friend Paul Strickland. He's a national touring headliner, and that's been his worst comedy gig ever. Peace. Perfect, bro. It was perfect. Cool.